Hello guys, now today in this tutorial we will be seeing an important topic called as a creating files, and this will be the 19th tutorial. So what is a file? What is file? File is nothing but it's a storage of your data, means we will save your data by giving a name to that particular location. So I can give you a sample example. Suppose you have an account, you have a bank account, and the bank account will have certain information like name of the bank, address of the bank, or what is the current balance in your bank, and you might be having your credentials, login, internet login credentials and passwords and everything, right? So this is related to a banking data, banking related information that you have, that might be your personal data. And you have your personal information like your school details, college details, graduation details, and so this is some other information, right? And you might have other information like your daily activities. So you might have written something on your paper about daily activities that you are doing and you are following it. So that was written on your book, or it can be on the paper, right? So if you want to store the data, you can also store it on your computer. So that is how and in that way you can create the file and you can store the data. So storing any kind of information in the computer is called as a files. So where the files are of different types and they have different formats, and there are different ways of storing the data inside the files. Like we call it as a data files, we call it as a text files, we call it as a program files, or we call it as a directory files, and so on. The file must have a unique name in a directory. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see live how do we create the files and everything. So okay, so what I'm doing is, in last tutorial we have seen a Windows plus E button shortcut, right? So that I can go to my computer and select a particular path or a particular directory where I want to store this file. Okay, press Window E button so that it will open a new screen here, and you can see a different options here like quick access, OneDrive, this PC, and so on. This PC is nothing but it's a my computer icon in Windows 7 or earlier versions. From Windows 10 it is named as this PC. I can click on desktop, and on desktop first if you do a right click and click on new, so it will be asking you for a several options here, right? What do you want to create? Do you want to create a folder? Do you want to create a file? Or do you want to create a text document? Or you want to create a PPT, you want to create an Excel file or an Access file? So simply first I wanted to create one text file. So text file, once you click on that, so it will be asking to name the file name. Okay, I can say like personal details. I can simply mention like personal details by typing the keys on the keyboard. Just press enter, and you can see the other things like personal details is the file name, it was created today, and the type of the document is a text document, and the size is 0 KB. That means I haven't entered any data in this file. And where this file is stored, this is stored on desktop on my computer. Okay, just double click on this so that it will open a window within a notepad format, and you can store this tutorial, store this data, store your personal data. So what kind of data you can store? You can store your data name, age, okay, gender, address, phone number, okay, and so on and so on. So in this way you can store the data, right? And after that what we'll be doing is you'll just click and save this, and we'll be talking in more detail about save. So for now, so this is how you create a file. Okay, file, name, personal details, and so on. If you want to close this, so you have minimize button, you have maximize button, and you have X. That means you can close this file by clicking on this here. Okay, now you can see the size has been increased to 1 KB, right? So this is how we create a files. in a particular directory. If you want to create your file in another directory or in a different path, so you can go and click on this icon, and you can the same way right click new and create a folder or create a file. So since this is a C drive, it is not allowing you to create the folder, so maybe you can select another folders and you can create a particular file. So here also it is not allowing, right? So there are several different directories where it will not allow, since this is a C directory. So you have to make sure and when you click on right click on new, so it will ask you, it will tell you here only you can create a folder, you cannot create a file, it says. So that's the reason you can see this and you can select. Okay, inside the program files also you can see this. If I try to create any new file, so it is not allowing, right? So this way you can create a files. Okay, once again, thank you everyone for watching this video.